Um, hey, I don't really think this video is going to be very long. I'm just going to read some things that I wrote down in my journal out loud. I'm not sure who's going to benefit from it or who's going to hear it and think anything of it, but it's here if you want to listen to it. I don't usually make videos on my computer, but my phone has not been working. So I've been like, I'm just gonna start uploading videos on camera like this on my computer. Um, you have to be able to listen to these quotes kind of with an open mind. Because if you don't listen with open mind, you probably won't be able to grasp what I'm gonna say. Okay. We are all vibrating at our own level of self-awareness. Never take things personally when people are talking to you, because people are always just going to be who they are. And what I basically am trying to explain is that everybody is vibrating at their own level of consciousness, meaning where they are in their life, people are doing their absolute best where they're at in their life. You know what I mean? At least I think people are doing their best at the level of awareness that they're at. You know what I mean? Being in whatever situation that they're in. So um, don't take things personally sometimes when um, somebody is being critical, or you hear an argument, or you hear about drama, or you hear about something that grasped your attention, or maybe had to do with you. Do not take those things personally, because people are just going to be who they are. That's all you can expect from people, to be who they are. You know what I mean? And not even like in a negative sense, in a compassion sense is what I'm trying to elaborate. Because once you just allow people to be themselves and not have expectations for people around you, you start to understand that all anybody is just who they are. You know what I mean? You don't try to control anyone. You don't try to be a perfectionist and make people better or change people. You can just allow people to be who they are, and there's just this freeing feeling knowing that people are just gonna be who they are and not really trying to have to control these things or try to control anything outside of you. Because in reality, you're just going to drive yourself crazy if you're always trying to control things outside of your control. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And that might not be so light for everybody. That might not be so simple for everybody to just completely let go of everything that they expect from life. You know what I mean? Because maybe these people have really high standards. Maybe you want life to give you something, you expect something from life. And that's totally normal, honestly. It's totally normal to expect things from life, but um, I think it'll just help you just kind of ease into the understanding that you never know. You know what I mean? You never know, honestly. And you just have to go with it. Sometimes you just have to go with not knowing. And that might be scary, but it's really freeing, I promise. It's so freeing. Um and then just something else that I wrote down. Your ability to connect deeply with others only goes as far as your ability to connect with yourself. And when I wrote that, I was like, damn, that hit so hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that hit so hard. Because I know that on a deeper level, I can connect with other people because I have taken the time to look at myself and ask myself, what are my interests? What do I find interesting about myself? What are things that make me want to be curious about life or just be curious about myself? You know what I mean? When I stopped um, expecting things from life, and I stopped feeling like everybody needed to give me something in return for a relationship, I was able to connect with people on a deeper level and really make genuine connections, because I know that um, anything that leaves my life, I'm secure. You know what I mean? Anything that leaves my life, I feel good in myself. I don't have to chase after anything, or I don't have to, have the need to uh, bond, or just like kind of have an attachment. There's the word. And, I'm a human being. I'm a human being. I'm gonna feel these emotions, but once I can allow myself to understand the flow of emotions that I'm gonna have, I don't even have to create an attachment to that. I don't even have to create attachment to that. You know what I mean? To an emotion. You know, we're all human beings. We're gonna experience attachment. We're gonna experience heartbreak. We're gonna experience loss, hurt. We're gonna experience these things. It's a part of our human experience. It's a part of our fucking nature. But when you create an attachment to these things that you experience, you start to suffer. You know what I mean? And, you know, for some people and for some situations, suffering may or may not be inevitable. Depending on your level of awareness, this suffering, it will be inevitable for you. It'll be something that you may or may not have to experience. And that is not anything to be upset about, honestly. We're all here to experience. You know what I mean? There's nothing right or wrong about experience. So, yeah, your ability to connect deeper with other people is only going to be as far as how deeply you can really connect with you. And when I understood this made so much sense. And this really just made me start to create a stronger foundation between my relationship with me. And um, that is like the realest thing that has ever floated through my mind. Honestly, because when, oh my god, that is just such a freeing feeling. That just feels so amazing to know, you know? So, yeah, if you want to get deeper with people, but you feel these avoidant feelings of not wanting to get to a deeper level with another person, or wanting to connect deeply with another person, maybe it's because you haven't connected with you yet. You haven't connected that deep with you yet. So that that love or that deeper connection, it doesn't feel familiar to you. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel familiar. So when you start to practice these things with yourself, and you start to take yourself on a date, you start to have fun with you, and you start to just explore life like through your own self. You just start to through what you like. You know what I mean? When someone comes along, that's not gonna feel unfamiliar. You know, that self appreciation between you and another person is not gonna feel unfamiliar. That love won't feel unfamiliar. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. It'll probably be like uh journal notes with K or something. But I don't know. I hope anybody who needed to hear what I said, I hope that stuff made sense. You know what I mean? I really just write stuff down like really in the moment. Um I I think about a lot of stuff, and I like to have fun, just like with you know what I think about. I like to have fun with it. So I hope, as long as this video is, I hope that helped anybody who needed to hear it, and could have benefited from it, honestly. So yeah, if you wrote anything down, that's fucking awesome. You probably really could like use like even if it's just something that means something to you. It doesn't even have to be like a note. It could be just a word. Something that makes sense to you. You could write it down. But I hope that made sense to you and you took something from it. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye.